Please be seated. Good evening, students, alumni, friends, and faculty of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. My name is Philip Fan, Professor and Vice Dean for Faculty and Research. In a few moments, I will introduce Dean Yash Gupta, who will preside over these exercises. I would like to begin by thanking our student marshal, Linda Carroll, for leading our graduates into the ceremonies. As is customary in this great hall, we ask guests to please silence their cell phones and pagers. Not so customary is to inform our guests with young children that this ceremony is being broadcasted live in the lobby, should the need arise to go there. A children's video will also be playing. I now have the honor to present Dean Yash Gupta of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. Dean Gupta.
Graduates, trustees, members of the Board of Overseers, the Corporate Advisory Board, and Dean's Alumni Advisory Board, special guests, friends, and family members. Welcome to the third graduation ceremony of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. I'm especially glad to welcome our honorees, Meyerhoff and John Hunter, and our graduation speaker, Vikram Pandit. Members of the graduating class of 2010, you did it. I am sure you feel incredibly proud. In fact, why don't you give yourself a big hand right now? My sincerest congratulations to you for your marvelous achievement. I know how hard all of you have worked to reach this milestone. Everyone here, your family, friends, teachers, and all of us at Johns Hopkins Carey Business School share in your pride and happiness. I'd like to tell you about something I read not too long ago. It's a brief cautionary tale that goes like this. In Africa, when a lion wakes up, he says, "Today I must run faster than the slowest gazelle." When the gazelle wakes up, he says, "Today I must run faster than the fastest lion." The point of the story is simple. When you wake up in the morning, who you are, where you are, you had better start running. This is especially true in today's business world. There is no one can afford to stand still. The commercial arena has always been highly competitive. But in the past decade or so, too, that arena has become so much immense and action that most intense. In a world where people, products, and information are in nonstop, super swift motion, nothing can be taken for granted, not even America standing as the greatest power on the planet. To be sure, the US economy is still the world's largest, but our position of dominance faces serious challenges from China, India, and other nations. For example, Chinese and Indian universities are producing more and more engineers for those nations rapidly developing high technology companies and economies, and US technology companies have been paying enormous attention. Some of these companies have begun setting up shops in China and India, not just to be closer to the cutting-edge technology produced by Chinese and Indians research laboratories, but also to be closer to their booming consumer base. As this trend continues, the lions of today's business world are those who recognize that knowledge is the hottest commodity to possess. As the mill worker, the steel worker, the auto workers were to past centuries, the knowledge worker will be to this century. Steel is king, Andrew Carnegie once said. Today, we say knowledge is king. The idea is king. My challenge to you, graduates, is to use the knowledge you have gained here to develop ideas that will have companies beating a path to your door. Certainly, the opportunities are much more plentiful today than they were 15 years ago, thanks to amazing advances in research and communications. And I challenge you to build the next Apple, next Google, next Facebook, and find some fascinating discoveries by a bioscientist and run with it. With purpose, passion, and perseverance, you can achieve tremendous things, world-changing things. Because of the skill you have acquired here, and because of Johns Hopkins Carey Business School, we emphasize a mindset that is global, that is ethical, and humanistic. You have a special role to play in introducing the world the next great wave of transformative innovation. So graduates, lace up your running shoes and get ready to move. And may you have a long and productive run indeed. Thank you and good luck. And now, I'd like to introduce Mohammed Abazike, class of 2010 student speaker from Saudi Arabia. Mohammed is a strategic marketing and branding professional. In addition to the Master of Science degree in marketing he will receive this evening, Mohammed is a Bachelor of Business Administration and Management Information Systems from the College of Business in Saudi Arabia. Mohammed?
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the faculty, my fellow graduates and guests, I am very, very happy to be here with you today, celebrating this mark of achievement and excellence. To all of you, congratulations. You did it. We did it! Today is a very special day in our lives. We are celebrating the graduation of new and exceptional business leaders, the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School graduates. And yet, while we celebrate, we are aware of a recent global history marked by economic, humanitarian, and natural disasters. The business world has been shaken by a number of destructive practices. We have companies that are judged too big to fail. And in spite of their near failures, some of these companies are rewarding their employees with multi-million-dollar bonuses. Poor standards of quality and product recall seem to be more prevalent in too many areas of business. All of these factors make me wonder, what is our future going to look like? Proudly, I say, the faces of my fellow graduates today send a message full of hope for change and growth, sending a message to the whole world that a new generation of business leaders with humanity in mind is coming to make things not only better, but greater. From small towns and big cities from all around the world, we came together as students, faculty, and members of the Johns Hopkins family to stand up and say that we are one nation, we are one people, and our time of making a difference has come. Today, we can lift our voices and forever say, now it is the time to look ahead. And yes, we can make history. Right now, we are declaring, as the graduates of today, that we are the leaders of tomorrow. My friends, I believe what we have received from the Carey Business School is one of the best practical business education available to any student. With what we know and can do, we can make the difference. As President Barack Obama said, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. We can redefine our markets, businesses, to improve the well-being of people anywhere. We can come up with ideas that produce jobs, stabilize economies, and treat this planet with much-needed kindness. We can set the greatness of creativity free and show the new generations how to dream. We can inspire, motivate, and lead by example. We can set today's date as the birth moment of a new generation of transformational leaders with humanity in mind. As an international student, you cannot imagine how honored I am to be here today. 2 years ago, while I was looking for a graduate school to continue my education, I had the academic and professional credentials to ensure acceptance at top-tier business schools. But after 1 year of looking at different business schools and their offerings, I found what I was looking for and became member of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. That's a nice one. That's not fair. What attracted me to be a member of this honorable organization is the Johns Hopkins glorious heritage of providing knowledge to the whole world, coupled with innovative curriculum, extraordinary faculty, commitment to excellence and ethics, and working on behalf of humanity. I can see the difference that Johns Hopkins made in me as a person, and how it is able to bring positive change to the world. I'm looking forward to meet all of you again in the near future as an alumnus, business leader, and most importantly, a brother, to celebrate what we have done in shaping the futures of our society. To everybody in the Carey Business School, to the faculty, our families, friends, thank you. And to my fellow classmates, my sincere congratulations. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce the president of the Johns Hopkins University Alumni Association, Jerry Peterson, who will welcome you to your new role as Carey alumni.
Thank you, Dean Gupta. Hi, my name is Jerry Peterson, and I am a president of the Johns Hopkins University Alumni Association. I'm a graduate of the School of Nursing. I'm also a survivor of several years of graduate education while juggling a couple of kids and a household, something which some of you might actually identify with. So I'm delighted to be here this evening to congratulate you all on your achievements and on this journey that's brought you to this really important day. And I welcome you to the family of the Johns Hopkins University alumni. We are over 160,000 strong, an accomplished and diverse group of individuals who represent all industries, all walks of life throughout this country and the world. Your degree and your connection to Johns Hopkins allows you to take advantage of this powerful network and the cultural, social, and career networking events that broaden and sustain the relationships among alumni and the university. I've been honored to serve as a volunteer for the university for more than 7 years in a multitude of different roles, and it's been a wonderful experience. I hope you'll join me and thousands of other alumni who use these opportunities to enrich their lives, both personally and professionally. So I want to encourage you, stay in touch with one another. Stay in touch with the Carey Business School and the university. The school and the university encourage your involvement and feedback. Please become engaged by attending or planning events, by talking to your colleagues, your friends, and prospective students about your experience here, by remaining in touch with your professors and classmates. Take advantage of what the Alumni Association can do for you. So again, let me offer my sincere congratulations to every one of you, and I wish you the very best. I hope this is the first of many opportunities where our paths will cross. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow night, I'll have the privilege of presiding over the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School's Honors and Awards Ceremony, where our school community will have the opportunity to honor and the demonstrations of leadership and academic excellence of our students, alumni, and faculty. The Edward J. Stegman CPA Memorial Award is presented to graduate students who have completed their degree with and maintained 4.0 grade point average throughout their program. Will the recipients of this award please stand? Stegman Award. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate those baccalaureate recipients graduating with honors. Will those students please stand with baccalaureate degrees? Congratulations to all of you on your remarkable achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to invite John Hunter to receive the Heritage Award of the Johns Hopkins University Alumni Association. John, please join us. John A. Hunter, member of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School's Corporate Advisory Board, Chair of the Leadership Development Program for Minority Managers Advisory Board, friend and loyal supporter. You embody the Johns Hopkins tradition of excellence and service. Through your exemplary career, first at Citibank and since 1991 at QVC, you have led by example and the highest principles of ethics and professionalism. Your intuitive and deep understanding of customer relations has contributed immensely to QVC's predominance in the market and its extraordinary success reflected in the increasing senior leadership roles you have undertaken at the company. Your commitment to Johns Hopkins spans 2 decades. Your connection to the Leadership Development Program for Minority Managers began in 1990 through your participation in the program as a guest speaker. It did not take long for your energy and enthusiasm to captivate the students, and shortly afterwards, you agreed to become the inaugural member of the LDP Advisory Board. Your insight, effort, and dedication made you the natural choice to be nominated as the chair of the board not long thereafter. Since its inception, the Leadership Development Program for Minority Managers has educated and trained more than 600 men and women who are contributing to the creation, growth, and sustainability of businesses, governments, and entrepreneurial organizations around the world. Their success is inextricably linked to your strategic guidance and leadership. You championed a substantial grant from QVC Inc. for curriculum development in the LDP program, supported and production of 2 recruitment videos, and most recently, to mark the Leadership Development Program's 20th anniversary, you made a commitment to the LDP 20th Anniversary Fund for the Future, an endowment fund that will provide support to sustain the program in perpetuity. And as a member of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School's Corporate Advisory Board, your commitment to Johns Hopkins has gone beyond the LDP through your generous support of the Global MBA program as a charter class investor. For this, and for your dedication, and your example of excellence and service, the Johns Hopkins University is proud to honor you with the Heritage Award of the Johns Hopkins University Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School's Dean's Medal is presented on occasion to individuals whose achievements, dedication, and example epitomize the character and aspiration of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. The medal bears the likeness of one of Baltimore's earliest entrepreneurs and civic leaders, James Carey of Loudoun, for whom the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School is named. Dean's medals, let me read you the citation. Morris, would you join us, please? Morris Wolf Offit, Trustee Emeritus and former Chair of the Board of Johns Hopkins University, Advisory Board member, alumnus, devoted friend, and donor to this university, Chair of the Board of Overseers of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School, distinguished business leader and mentor, we honor you for your service and vice counsel to Johns Hopkins and the Carey Business School. As a native Baltimorean with historic ties to the Baltimore business community, you were an early champion of the idea that Johns Hopkins should have a business school. As a graduate of the Wharton School and a seasoned Wall Street financier, you have a profound understanding of the opportunities and challenges facing the world of business today. You have been an invaluable resource in developing a globally oriented, entrepreneurially, intellectual, innovative, and socially responsible curriculum for the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. As the inaugural chair of the school's Board of Overseers, you have played a critical role in building this august group of business leaders and university trustees, and through your leadership and example have inspired and guided them to become increasingly visible and influential champions of the school. Today, we honor your devotion to Johns Hopkins, your commitment to the Baltimore business community, and in particular, your support of business education at Johns Hopkins University. by presenting you the Johns Hopkins University Carey Business School's Dean's Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker for today is in many ways a testament to the American dream of talent, hard work, and vision. When he was 16 years old, Vikram Pandit moved his family from India to the United States, embracing a new homeland and new culture. He applied himself enthusiastically to his studies and earned a degree in electrical engineering from Columbia University when he was only 18. Just 1 year later, Columbia awarded this gifted student a master's degree in the same discipline, and in 1986, a PhD in finance. A position teaching economics at Columbia was soon followed by a professorship of finance at Indiana University. By now, the financial world was taking notice of this brilliant young mind that eagerly grasped sophisticated financial theory. In 1983, he was recruited by Morgan Stanley, where he would spend the next 2 decades helping to shape the growth and direction of one of the world's largest financial institutions, culminating in his appointment as president and CEO of the firm's institutional securities and investment banking business. In 2007, he joined Citigroup and made history the same year when he was appointed the youngest CEO of the world's largest financial institution. There, he has led one of the largest turnaround stories in the financial services industry. Dedicated to furthering business higher education, he serves on the board of Columbia University, Columbia Business School, and the Indiana School of Business. In addition, he is a former member of NASDAQ, Trinity School, the New York City Investment Fund, and the American India Foundation. In 2008, he was awarded the coveted Padma Bhushan by the government of India, one of the country's highest citations bestowed on distinguished service to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 2010 Johns Hopkins Carey Business School's graduation speaker, Dr. Vikram Pandit.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dean Gupta, for that kind and gracious and rather complete introduction. Good evening, distinguished faculty, parents, families, and friends, and of course, the class of 2010. Congratulations on your graduation. I truly welcomed this opportunity to speak to you, but it would also have been terrific to be sitting out there with you as a new graduate, because the vision of Dean Gupta and the Carey School of Business is literally quite inspiring. The school's statement of its mission says you are dedicated to improving the lives on a global scale by addressing pivotal social issues. Carey believes the world needs leaders who understand how business shapes the future and influences our behavior across industries, continents, and cultures. Your school seeks the transformation of business education to reflect our principles of humanity, compassion, and opportunity. Ultimately, your goal is to create a new breed of business leader, and that is our most urgent need in business. Leadership with a broad education, not simply training, and a commitment to the common good. And I must admit, for that and for a number of other reasons, I wouldn't at all have minded spending the last couple of years in school here with you. On the other hand, I've also been receiving a rigorous education, on the front lines of the financial crisis, and that perspective has taught me to value more than ever what your education here and what the potential of each and every one of you as leaders mean to the future of America and the whole world. We've just been through one of the worst financial crises in U.S. history. Indeed, we're still feeling the aftershocks in Europe, and millions of Americans are still experiencing its devastating impact. We also have a long road before us to deal with the aftermath of the extraordinary measures taken by governments to stabilize the world economies. Unfortunately, for over 2 centuries, we have endured economic crises resulting from the conflict between private economic power and the public interest. And here in the 21st century, we still have not figured out how to foster a healthy financial system while limiting its excesses, how to prevent the chronic and devastating damage from private economic power overwhelming public interest. My generation is now doing everything we can to create the architecture for a financial system that works in society's interest, and our hope is to leave your generation with a system that promotes common goals that are in our common interest. But as John Kenneth Galbraith has said, little is ever new in the world of finance. The public has a euphoric desire to forget. That still remains a significant challenge, to make sure that your generation and future generations do not forget the hard lessons we've just learned. We'll be leaving you with the lessons we've learned for individuals, governments, and private institutions, and hopefully we'll also be leaving you with a solid foundation on which to build. Its ultimate construction and success will depend on your leadership, the leadership of this generation. Today, I thought I'd share with you some insights based on my experience with the crisis. First, from the perspective of one large institution that had to navigate a perfect storm, and second, from a more macro level, with some priorities for your generation of leaders. I became the CEO of Citi at the end of 2007, just as the crisis was emerging. In the months that followed, at first Bear Stearns and then Lehman Brothers unnerved the market, and we reoriented our company. I first tried to understand what happened. Like other financial institutions in the years leading up to the financial crisis, Citi was a creature of the environment that seemed to offer a bottomless pool of credit and capital. The financial markets had convinced themselves that traditional measures of risk were archaic and that the risk in the system was actually declining. Pressures on companies came from many quarters to keep up and become bigger. Greater leverage and larger loans seemed to be the way that seemed both safe and profitable for shareholders. At the same time, Citi was trying to be all things to all people. That was a distraction from truly understanding what customers need. And just as the world was overextended to the American consumer, so was Citi. It's hard to be good at everything, and it's incredibly hard to have crisp management without focus. As others before us have learned, success depends on clear focus, understanding why customers need you, and understanding what you're good at, what's in your DNA. To us, this meant going back to the basics, and ironically, to a company that looked much like the one before a great deal of the growth had occurred. An expensive decision, but that's exactly what we did. Our principles today are, 1, we'll focus on being a bank, not a supermarket. 2, we will serve clients' interests first. And 3, lead with our competitive strengths, which is our global footprint. We executed on these principles as quickly as we could. Before the end of 2009, despite the deep financial crisis and several challenges Citi had faced, we cut the size of our company by $500 billion. We sold over 30 businesses. We cut our annual expenses by by $13 billion, and we rebuilt and focused our management team and became one of the best capitalized banks in the world. The effectiveness of our execution was evident in our first quarter results this year, and while there are still challenges ahead in the economy, we believe we have all the elements in place for long-term profitability and success. That is a testament to the leadership of the 263,000 people at Citi. You learn a lot about leadership in a crisis. There are leaders everywhere and at every level. People can come together or be torn apart. We had a clear strategy. We had a credible plan for execution, but of course, not without significant challenges. Our people pulled together with complete dedication and unwavering commitment to the task at hand. They led the way with me. Let me share with you some broader insights beyond Citi, together with the priorities I see for you as future business leaders. Citi's problems closely paralleled weaknesses in how the country pursued the American economic model. Not only did the U.S. become intoxicated with credit, but we failed to grasp the importance of new global forces driving economic growth. We also did not perceive the weaknesses in our regulatory structure. As a result, governments around the world had to incur enormous debt, and central banks had to step in with unprecedented ways to stabilize the economy. The aftermath of the financial crisis leaves us with significant challenges that require a new level of leadership. And if we want to learn from the past and act on the lessons of this crisis and address the challenges of the aftermath, I suggest these 5 imperatives for your leadership as my generation goes forward and as you join in with your own fresh thinking, energy, and drive. First, commit to preserving and strengthening the American economic model. Capital finds its way to the right place very fast in America. Individual initiative and risk-taking are at the heart of American business. Entrepreneurs come up with thousands of ideas. Capital and ideas connect to create sizable businesses. The Googles of the world are merely the latest proof point for this dynamic historical pattern. For 2 centuries, the U.S. economy has consistently proved to be a strong model for generating growth. Every time there is a crisis, a new breakthrough follows. Not just new businesses, but whole new industries, higher levels of growth and productivity, expanded opportunities for everyone, and new ways to improve life for people everywhere. With 10% unemployment and questions about economic strength, let's get America's formula back into full action. We know that the model is prone to excesses, but we do not have to be passive about it. Let it work its magic once more, but with thorough, honest, and permanent integration of the lessons we've learned from the latest financial crisis. Second, commit to building public-private partnerships. Critical to the American success story has been the ability of public and private sectors to work together to connect talented people with opportunities and to connect capital with entrepreneurs to drive economic regeneration. Today, with our government saddled with debt, every day it feels as though we're running out of financial resources to grow or invest in infrastructure or energy efficiency. As Tom Friedman stated in his column yesterday, this kind of world requires leadership at every level within government and business. And leadership is defined by him as taking innovative actions that generate new capabilities and resources and being smart and disciplined about every dime we invest. Third, think and act more globally than ever. There are a few simple steps. For instance, the term common interest has almost purely American connotation for us. We must define it globally. As a matter of fact, we cannot afford not to. But we have to act as well as think in accordance with the new global realities. We need to ensure U.S. international competitiveness and relentlessly advance our export economy as we understand and capitalize on the great new drivers of American growth, or the great new drivers of economic growth in the world, coming from places like the rising middle class of hundreds of millions of people in the emerging economies. And at the same time, America must continue to be the place where the world's best talent wants to go. Our universities and our borders must remain open and attractive to the world's best minds. Now is not the time to relent. 4, revive and sustain confidence in our financial system. The imminent reforms from Washington will help. However, we have to keep a close eye on how they work and what their shortcomings may be. And where we see problems, we must act quickly and decisively, more than we did in recent years. In any event, we must keep working on transparency in financial transactions. Markets cannot function without transparency. Think about this. In our age of Facebook and Twitter, you can easily learn the details of your neighbor's personal life, but virtually nothing about $100 million market-moving trade in AAA corporate bonds. There's a real disconnect that needs to get fixed. And while legal and regulatory reform are absolutely necessary for a sound financial system, one obvious lesson from repeated financial crises is that there is no correlation between the enactment of more laws and the end of serious financial collapses. Clever individuals with new technologies will always find a way around the letter of law. That is why we need to establish a culture of responsibility in our organizations and lead this cultural offensive by personal example. This is the 5th and the last imperative. Everywhere in America, we need a new commitment to responsibility. In our personal lives, a commitment to disciplined management of spending and saving. In government, a commitment to cut deficits, support investment, and act on the critical priorities like energy policy. And in private sector institutions like mine, a true commitment to not act just in the stockholders' interest, but also in common interest. Leaders have to take the initiative to internalize an acute sense of responsibility in their organizations, and that is the surest way to change behavior. We're not going to change old habits quickly, but it's up to leaders to show the way, and that's our job. And there are lots of different approaches to this. At my institution, we constantly ask ourselves 3 questions. Do our actions create economic value? Are we truly working for customers' interests? And are our actions serving the interests of society as a whole, in the US and globally? In any situation, the answers to all these 3 questions must be yes. And I have committed myself and my senior management to use this self-examination to develop our new culture, a culture of responsible finance. Of course, it's easy for leaders to make bold proclamations of cultural change. In the face of everyday pressures, however, it is much harder for us to live up to these words. Competitors, shareholders, and the large sums of money with which we are entrusted exert intense and constant pressure. We cannot be even reasonably sure we are behaving as we should unless there is never-ending, candid introspection, ceaseless questioning of our actions and motives. A responsible leader has to require that this questioning process becomes integrated into the culture of his and her organization. And leaders have to be sure that their colleagues see them practicing what they preach. From all the priorities that I have felt free today to lay out for you and your lives as you take on the mantle of leadership, you can see the big drawback in graduating from this great school. Our expectations of you are extraordinary. At the root of all these priorities is a centuries-old dilemma, tailor-made for the aspirations of this particular institution. How to make sure that creativity and entrepreneurship consistently serve the common good. How to preserve and strengthen all that is essential to the American economic model while restraining its impulsive behavior. And that is particularly important today as we unleash our economic model to address the challenges in the aftermath of the financial crisis. As I look at all of you, I cannot help but be optimistic. You did not come to this innovative school to tackle mundane challenges or absorb conventional wisdom, and you're leaving with the education, perspective, and commitment to drive, to solve the challenges that we face. I'm thrilled to having been here and thrilled to having been part of this important day, your big day. My sincerest best wishes to all of you, and I trust I'll be hearing much about your achievements in the years ahead. So congratulations again on your graduation. Thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thank you, Dr. Pandit, for challenging us, for telling us that we should embrace crisis, not be afraid of innovation and change, and to take personal responsibility for our organizations, our families, and our communities. Thank you very much, sir. The graduates to be awarded the Master of Business Administration will now be presented with their diplomas. We ask that you please hold applause for individual graduates and applaud only when each program group has received its degrees. Additionally, we ask that guests not approach the stage for photographs, as each graduate will have his or her picture professionally taken. Those master's candidates graduating in the month of May should note that these are the real diplomas. Please treat them with care. Will the Master of Business Administration candidates seated in rows 1 and 2 please rise and form a procession in the aisle to your right? Dr. Pamela Cranston, please come to the podium to announce the graduates.
Will the graduates who will be awarded the degree Master of Business Administration come forward to receive your diplomas as your names are called? Hazim Abdul Karim. Arshi Archaya. Teresa Nicole Adams Taylor. Aditya Chandra Agarwal. Preston D. Alderman, Jr. Faraz Zayed Ali. John Michael Amy. Lori J. Antonick. Kawatsi Apraku Joe. Yuko Araki. Malak Abed Al-Thagafi. Fatima Argun. Aya Tomiwa Aya Yewun. Arrow Yewun. Sorry about that. Martin Arizabalaga. Gulam Mustafa Ashar. Bernadette S. Balagat. Murugan Bala Subramanian. Okay. Martin Balepa. Lenny Noelia Batista. Ava Marie Beckford. Ziv bin Tsur. Mark Frank Bennett. Kenneth Anthony Baresh, Jr. Susan Morrison Bergman. Charles Bernard. Karnika Balala. Margot Marie Blackard. Justin Aaron Bloom. Mark Edward Boisvert. Bianca Nicole Bonney. Casey Dwelle Bauer. Darren Emerson Brust. Christopher Martin Burke. Walter T. Burke III. Patrick T. Campbell. Kelly Marie Cantley. Ricardo Javier Cervantes. Pei Chen Zhang. Nicole Cheadle. Yu Mu Chen. Rudy Chervil. Sun Kan Cho. Hui Lan Chu. Jeffrey Chaplin Coates. Jonathan Cohen. Andrew Leland Kuhn. Jessica Teresa Covert. Colleen Marie Hood Cusick. Patricia Caudry Dablow. Alain Emile Marie Nabiba. Desiree De La Torre. Gregory A. Decker. Robert William Delaney. Rajesh Kumar Dhingra. Maya Dragnich Krisovic. Junhua Duwan. Jeffrey Scott Dubin. Malarvishi Durai. Mohammed El Maragi. Barbara Kurtz Estes. Tolulope M. Fafawora. Melanie Rose Frank. Ralph Joaquim Fuchs. Syed Ali Adil Raza Gardeze. Exegenet Gaitacho. Kendra Charisse Gillespie. Jamie Lynn Goodnight. Christian Rawls Gorison. Parisa Grapper. Neil Gulhar. Jean-Paul Raju Gunta Kati. Chander Gupta. Beniam Haile. Jonathan Lewis Hansen. Robert Jordan Hinkle. Monir Hossein. Jitapong Hotra Benvanandan. Althea J. Hunt. Now Rose Manan Islam. Laura Elizabeth Johnson Lawal. Yvette Marie Johnson White. Jeremy Matthew Jordan. Keith Stephen Kelly. Peter Michael Komar. Melissa Ann Kraus. Shalini Krishna Murphy. Matthew Philip Lapointe. Yoon Jin Lee. Yoon Lee. John James Lewin III. Angela Yvette Liggins. Po Wen Liu. Chen Yi Liu. Miyat Nguyen. Sonia Ann McEachran. Karen Mary Mack. Gloria Mahdi. Joseph Edward Marine. Mary Carolyn McBride. Patrick Owen McMahon. Josephine Funmi Mabelube. Nana A. Mensah Bonsu. Manan K. Mohale. Fernanda Lage Montero de Castro. Naya Elan Moore. Matthew Reese Morris. Ahmad Khalid Mumtaz. Sarah Ramian Muro. Mayur Narayan. Vivek Narula. Raha Nezami. Afua Oforiwa Ofori. Carey Ann Owen. Ludmila Alexandrovna Padilla. Vijay K. Padnaban. Anuradha Panjumarthi. Jeffrey Jerome Pelton. Swati Patak. Surendra Kumar Pipli. Mark Nicholas Piddlecow. Kawami Pepra Poku. Oksana Polyakova. Anita Popwell. Bernard Robert Porter II. Christina Margaret Potter. Margarzata Skeet Roberts. Jennifer Louise Pudelko. Catherine Carney Rain. Ramnan Rangansamy. Stephen Rice. William Kendall Roberts. Eric Christopher Robinson. Iris Idalia Rodriguez. Cara Beth Rosenthal. Karsten Anthony Alexander Russell Wood. Motaz Salih Ibrahim. Corazon Panes Sanchez. Ronald David Schmelzer. Julia Felice Umali Sessoms. Sachin N. Shah. Vikran N. Shah. Joanne Emily Shea. Elad Schenfeld. Tiffany Kwan Sims. Suchin Kishan Singhal. Helen Marie Scholm. Sri Subian. Yi Hui Sung. Rabia Y. Sutton. Dr. Besem Vivian Tamble Abbott. Demetrius Tavempis. Kelly Taylor. Daniel Tekle. Colin Michael Troja. Sunil Kumar Tuteja. Lauren Ann Urunga. Nikolai Mihailov Valav. Latonia Danette Wade. Sarah Renee Wilson. Suzanne Winnick. Chi Yang. Stephen Paul Yeager. Homayu Yu. Paul Zaporoshky. Svetlana Zarukaeva. Ellen E. Zerby. Lauren, I'm sorry. Famida Najmuddin Gawani. Tsiu Chu Chong. On behalf of the school and the university, I would like to congratulate our most recent group of Master of Business Administration graduates. Will the graduates who will be awarded the Master of Business Administration and the Master of Science please come forward to receive your diplomas? Nadine Nguyen Azier. Jeffrey Mark Fink. John Wilson Frost III. Benjamin Biko Ofori. Malind Soni. David Richard Sofa. Ronald D. Spindor. Raymond Teasdale, Jr. Kristen Tillett. On behalf of the school and the university, I would like to congratulate the most recent group of Master of Business Administration and Master of Science graduates. Will the graduates who will be awarded the Master of Science degrees please come forward?
Mohammed Marwan Abwaza. Kofi Opoku Adu. Bernice Esivi Ahiaku. Rebecca Ahmed. Arlisa W. Anderson. Farid Aref. Samagya Karki Aryal. Rachel Marissa Barnes. John Thomas Belts. Alice Berman. Zachary John Bainan. Christopher Brabun. Melissa Ann Brager. John M. Breath. Angela Marie Bright. Julie Michelle Brown. Karen Burley. Jacqueline Denise Butler. Christine E. Carey. Linda Carroll. Timothy M. Carroll. Jane Rosetta Virginia Coulter. Ming Chen. Shi Chiao Chen. Yui Chen. Qingwan Si. Rosetta L. Clay. Scott Edward Clemens. Terry Yvette Chontosh. Amy Darrow. Anderson Reed Davis. Gaurav Damija. Bhavna Deer. Karim Segadia. Nikki Sudhir Doshi. James Mephaniah Eastman. Luisa Chioma Ekaruche. Robert Kevin Feldner. Niran Stefan Ferguson. Deanna Lynn Fiegel. Stephanie Devona Forbes. Brian Michael Frederick. Ajua Kwachiwa Frimpong. Shannon Teresa Frobel. Hope Renee Fuller. Jeffrey Edward Galuski. Mercedes Florencia Garrido. Heidi Garrison. Marcela Garzon. Oludolapo Didi George. Antoinette Toomer Gilbert. Catherine A. Giordano. Meredith J. Goldberg. Melanie Denise Goods. Ari Joseph Greenberg. Tanya Hall. Lynn Han. Brent R. Hayhurst. Deborah Lynn Henry. Vanessa Quinn New Holden. Ann Ada Iga. Andrew White Ingalls. Karen Ani Jenkins. Michelle K. Jennings. Patricia Vidal Jensen. Hua Jin. Courtney Renee Johnson. Kia Maisha Johnson. Christopher Jones. Deborah L. Jones. Marlon Michael Joseph. Gulzade Dinch. Nakesha Evale Kemp. Justin David Kirker. Sylvan Raul Guamu. Sergio M. Kushida. Alexis Denise Lawson. Crystal M. Lee. Tamika D. Lee. Ying Hui Lee. Yu Ju Lee. Lisa Marie Leonard. Paul Han Lim. M. Gabriela Linares. Teresa Max Lynch. Nithya Krishnan. Ritu S. Mandal. Jonathan Kingsley McAdam. Vicky Denise Meadows. Daniel G. Morrissey. Leonard Maurice Murphy. Raghav Nayar. Jingyi Niu. John P. O'Boyle. Jerry O'Donohue. Oyebamiji O. Olagbamiro. Ola Oluwa Timatope Onolaja. Karen Marie Ortiz. Shakil Mohammed Paracha. Derek Cogdell Parker. Sean A. Parkinson. Vijay Chandrakant Patange. Tui Phuong Phan. Michelle LaShawn Proctor. Alexander Raskin. Jeffrey Harris Ratnow. Cherie Louise Richardson. Mary Jo Magna Robinson. Fang Chun Rong. Artist Danielle Rousakis. Leah Marie Salcedo. Kimberly Saxton. Bentley Nelson Scott, Jr. Seyum Sene. Heather Lynn Simpson. Joshua Harden Skillington. Monica Alicia Smith. Moranola Olakemi Shodeki. Chananporn Sornprasert. Kyle Farina Spies. Joshua Matthew Steinfeld. Po Jung Soo. Mary Sullivan Dominguez. Iram Tanvir. Pei Fun Chai. Svetlana Tsakova. Jiwan Velucci. Catherine Miles Wade. Kenneth Jean Walker. Tzu Ching Wang. William Senkungu Wasula. Walker Trail Webb. Jonathan Eric Williams. Nicholas Allen Williams. Jeanette D. Wood. Avis Lynette Woods. Xiao Fon Young. Mark C. Yard. Ronalda Pamela Young. Tatiana M. Zahalak. Ulfat Abdullah Zarif. Jushin Jai. On behalf of the school and the university, I would like to congratulate the most recent group of Master of Science students. Will the graduates who will be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Science please come forward to receive your diplomas? Michael Edward Allen. Johanan Basan. Wilbert Earl Blue. Michael Robert Brannon. Aaron Gregory Burnett. Carlina Morlise Carter. Ladell A. Carter. Evgenia Chalida. Brian Datus Cox. Daniel A. Dickinson. Amy Lynn Doster. Ashanti Renee Edwards. Benjamin Asher Feldman. Brenda Ann Figueroa. Daniel J. Gottlieb. Crystal Grammatis. Christina Marie Guanzon. Michael Joseph Hartnett. William Ellis Hill. Ahmed Sajjad Hussein. Danielle Marie Iman. Sandra Jean Yadani. Lydia Kerboul. Robert Lee Leisner III. Merle Litvak. Sorry. Stacy Marie Lahosky. James Robert Morton. Justin J. Newman. Judy Ann Nevers. Alicia D. O'Donnell.
It's Puddles, by the way.
Okay. Alex J. Puddles. Scott Edward Purnell Saunders. Emil Curtis Rodar Jr. David Stephen Rudick. Matthew Aaron Salzberg. Shahab Edin Sezagara. Sean Alexander Scott. Walter William Shaw. Sarah Catherine Smith. William Crawford Thomas. Kevin Maloba Wafula. Keon C. White. On behalf of the school and the university, I would like to congratulate the most recent group of Bachelor of Science student graduates. Handle all that.
Before concluding the ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome each member of the 2010 graduating class into the family of alumni of the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. Our alumni are the school's most valued ambassadors. We need and value your continued involvement with the school. This concludes the ceremony. I would like to thank all the staff, the students, and the faculty who gave assistance this afternoon. All guests are asked to remain at their seats until all faculty and graduates have left the auditorium and are then welcome to join the reception in the lobby. Will the graduates, faculty, and all guests please rise?